welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you, getting into my weekly check-in. Now I'm a few days late on getting this up, just one of those crazy weeks. So we're going to go ahead and do it today. Today is Sunday the 10th, so we haven't really spent anything technically yet, but we will be later. It is my anniversary after all. It's mine and my husband's anniversary, I should say. We're going to go out to dinner tonight, so I have money set aside for that, and you'll see that in my next check-in. But for right now, our weekly check-in is going to be from the 30th of last month, because that's when my husband gets paid, and that's when I start my new month, to the 7th, which was a no-spend day. So I'm trying to keep Thursdays. It worked really well last month as a no-spend day. This day, we couldn't help it. We just had too much going on. Couldn't cook dinner, so we went ahead and used that as our eating out night. And so that is what we have there. Now we're ready to go through and see how much we spent and go through all the transactions. There's a lot going on in the grocery household. I've spent quite a bit, but that had a lot to do with certain items that were buy two, get one free, which lowered the cost on the average for all three items, and normally they're never sold that way. And so when they have those sales, I like to buy in bulk like that, and the price is worth it. So let's say something was $11.98 and you bought two and the third one was free, and you divided the total up, which would have been over $22, $23, $24, and divided it by 3, you're bringing it back down $7, $8. And so that is what I did for a lot of this. I'm not going to go through all the detailed transactions because, oh my gosh, I spent a lot this week and had several of those opportunities this month. It was just this time of year they do a lot of sales, and we're transitioning into the new school year and back to school stuff, and meal prep is going to be really big for a lot of families and all the things. So I think they were running a lot of sales to cover that. First thing we have, and I like to do, if you're new to my channel, welcome, I'm excited to have you here, is to go through all the grocery household stickers. Again, I'm not going to do 8th and forward. I'm just going to stop here on the 7th, because I normally run my weekly check-in from the 30th through Friday to Thursday, and if it's a beginning of a new month, it would be a couple days before that. So the first 7 days is kind of how I do it, or Friday to Thursday, and then I adjust from there. So we're going to start grocery household here on the 30th. It was $184.96. This was kind of a little bit of end of last month, beginning of this month spending. That's why it was high. Also, some sales and things like that. I stocked up on some meat before the prices went up. The prices went up for the leanest meat you can get, which is a 97.3 or something like that. They're over $8, maybe $8.50 now, and I'm going, oh my goodness, that's a lot. And I like buying that type of meat, so I don't know. It's getting harder and harder. In fact, Walmart's the same price, so it wasn't any cheaper at this store, Meijer, or Walmart. So anyway, $184.96 was the first grocery pickup that I did. And then I had here a $223.36, again stocking up on cleaning supplies and a lot of buy one get one, or buy two and get one free offers. $153.63 is the next one. And then $77.61 on Amazon. So the first 3 were Meijers. This is Amazon. I ordered backups of supplements that I get in Subscribe and Save. I bought an extra, and that's just what I needed at that time. So I did that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I got on Amazon besides that. I don't think I got anything else. I think I had something I was going to get and I waited, and I'm going to wait till later to get. So I have it like saved in my Amazon right now. And then I have Meijer for $4.79. I had a prescription I picked up that day. I needed some Greek yogurt, and I got a little cup of Greek yogurt and a snack. So there's that. And that is all the grocery household. Again, a lot of stock up. I forgot to check that off, of buy one get one, or buy two get one free kind of things. that I won't be buying over the next few months because I bought it here. So that ate up a lot of the money. In fact, I spent almost everything I had in the first week for 2 weeks. So that was a lot. And yeah, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to let it ride for right now. Nothing I can do. I've already spent the money. As you can see, there was still another pickup right there, and I got to go back again today just to get lunch stuff. Hopefully I don't meander too much and spend way too much money. Here we go. Okay, so in total we spent $644.35. Way more than I normally do. I think the breakdown, I have it back here somewhere. If I divide it by 4, it was supposed to be $357.50 a week for 4 weeks because we're doing a 4-week month. I always put down 5 weeks, but we're doing a 4-week month this month. And so, yeah, that's way more. That's almost double. It's a lot. So I'm really going to have to be careful as I go through the month. Again, a lot of it was stock up and good sales, but at the same time, I still need to leave myself enough to carry me through for the rest of the month for lunches and for my husband every week, and then also our evening dinners and meals and all the meats for that. So that is what we're going to have to pay close attention to as we go through the month. Use our freezer, what we have frozen, things like that, to help us make meals and make decisions throughout the week. Next, we have restaurants. We didn't go any higher than we normally do, so that's really good. We had a Chick-fil-A for $40.32 on this Thursday. I'm trying to remember what we did, but there was something about it that I wasn't home to cook, so I'm not sure. Then we had Papa John's for $40.67. We actually went to the store and picked this pizza up. We had pizza night at my mom and dad's house. So we picked up what we normally get for Papa John's for our family. And then they picked up, I think, Giovanni's. They love Giovanni's pizza. My boys aren't that into it. So we just got the Papa John's. And so that's how much it cost without delivery. And because we picked it up and we had it at my parents' house, which was really cool. This Starbucks, $4.45 was coffee. My husband doesn't normally go to Starbucks, and if you've been on my channel long enough, you know I don't go to Starbucks. He stopped to meet a consultant, an environmental consultant. So my husband is an environmental scientist 3 for the state of Kentucky, and there was a request to meet over coffee. So they went to Starbucks and he just got himself something to drink. I don't know. It was $4.45. And that there is why I put that in the eating out, because it is a restaurant and that's where my husband was. So he just paid for his own coffee. And I don't even know if he got anything to eat. From what I'm not a coffee drinker, so that's why I don't go to Starbucks. But from what I can tell, I think their coffees are expensive. And it's so funny because my husband likes creamer and coffee, black coffee with a little bit of creamer. I think he uses like French vanilla or Irish cream or something like that. So I just find it funny he was at Starbucks. So I'm going to total these numbers. All right, we're looking at $85.44. Next, we have miscellaneous. So this Saturday, my husband and my youngest son went to go fishing. So they picked up some bait at the cane pole. You always tell what weekend they go fishing by when they go pick up bait. And then we have gas. So we have no gasoline. That's the next category. We'll probably purchase that next week. And then copay. So I had one pharmacy item for my prescription, $2.59. And then I have bills. So bills aren't listed on here. This is just my spending tracker on a calendar. I get to see how much we're spending per day, and it spreads it out, and I can see what days we do spend and don't spend and how crazy things are or how flexible things can be. So I like using the calendar with you guys. I do have a credit card where I put everything on and I pay it off every week. So I have paid this off already. I did make the payment, but we also have bills. So I'm going to show you my paycheck to paycheck, and that is paycheck 1 and paycheck 2. So here are the bills, and you can get an early preview of paycheck 1 before I close it out. That won't be until the 14th, and I think the video got 15th or 16th, something like that. So I have some bills here that did get put on the credit card. And I'm going to start right here. So this first one here, we pay for health insurance for our youngest son for right now. And we only had to pay partial for this full payment. Going forward, this full payment will hit our credit card. But we only had to pay partial because his birthday's on the 9th and his insurance started on the 9th or 10th of the month. I can't remember, of June. And so it was prorated. And when we signed up, we paid for 2 months in advance. So this was the first month that they charged us after the first 2 months went through. So it was a prorated amount. It gave us a little extra flexibility this month, which was nice. And that is how my husband and I are able to go out and have dinner for an anniversary date night. I'm so happy. We're going into Olive Garden and we're just going to get whatever we want because we have the money to get it. And past few years, we either gone to Olive Garden or we've gone to the Roadhouse. Hopefully next year we can do something really special because next year is our 30th. And this year, number 29 just didn't feel like let's go out and do something specific. So we're going to have to talk about whether we're going to plan more for next year or not. Anyway, so we had the flexibility to have a little extra cash because this was prorated. That was $533.13. I don't need to check that off. And then our Spectrum bill, which is our internet, came out. Hulu came out. And then these 2 chiropractic bills. I actually went to chiropractor once a week and used both of those for this paycheck period. And things look good so far. So I'm happy with that. So let's total up everything under the bills that actually went on the credit card. And that's why I highlight these blue so that I know this is a credit card thing, not my checking account, because this represents my checking account. Everything in, everything out. But as I'm spending on my variable over here, I total that up at the end because it's variable and I don't know what it's going to look like until the end of paycheck 1. So here is my bills. And we had $837.88. So that's total for the bills. Now we're going to go to the weekly check-in over here. I just showed you a minute ago. All this information from the monthly calendar and the paycheck bills that went on the credit card that I've already made the payment on, I need to adjust over here. I don't have to adjust the bills over here, but I do have to adjust everything else. But I do need to know how much I paid back the credit card. And we'll get to that in a minute. So I have here $644.35. I have $85.44, $4, $0, and $2.59, and $0 for unbudgeted. Oops, $0 for unbudgeted, which is good. We don't have anything that we can really use out of the buffer of the checking account because I really don't have one. And that's where that would be coming from. So move everything over again. Actually, I'm just going to move this out of the way for now. All right, let's get the totals here. All right, I have a balance of $785.65, and that has been paid. I've changed this from $400 to $500 when I discovered the fact that we had a prorated rate for our son's insurance, and I added $100 to the eating out for our special extra eating out night. $500 minus the $85.44, That gives us $414.56, and that $85 was paid for. I have $150 for miscellaneous minus the $4, so we still have $146 here. That was paid for in one payment. No gas was spent yet, so we're good there. $220. $75 minus the $259, and this gives us $72.41 in copay. Just put check marks and then zeros. Either I paid it or nothing happened, so we're good. Everything checks and we're good. So the weekly check-in is taken care of, and I think we're still good even though I spent most of the money in grocery household. If I really pay attention as we go through time, I can kind of cut that back, but it is hard. I will say that it is hard. I like a good sale. All right, so now we're going to take what we spent here plus the bills and find out how much we actually spent on or charged onto the credit card that we need to pay back, that I've already paid back. So let's go ahead and go through that. It was $644.35 plus the $85.44 plus the $4 plus the $259 and plus the $837.88. There we go. I paid back the credit card $1,574.26. And I've paid for it, so we're good to go. I still have what I need in the bank account for the rest of the spending categories for the rest of the month. And when my husband gets paid on the 15th, that will carry over a balance forward plus what was deposited. That will cover all the bills and the spending for the next half of the month. So I think everything turned out okay. I am concerned with the grocery household, but I think we can make it work if I just keep paying attention and remind myself I don't have to go to the store that often and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye. You can ride all the blue. I wanna